Being a teenager can be difficult, since you're dealing with hormones, higher expectations, and the process of finding your place in the world. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the teen years. If you're looking to have enjoyable teenage years, there are many things you can do big and small that can make a huge difference. 1. Understand that there's no one way to be a teen and no set-in-stone way to enjoy your teenager years. Everyone is different, especially in their teenage years. There's really no way to enjoy being a teenager except for the way you make on your own. Some teens prefer to spend their teenage years with friends, while others prefer to study and work. Some prefer to be quiet wallflowers, while others are loud and don't care if they stand out. Saying that there's any one way to enjoy your teenage years is wrong. This article is only a guideline and doesn't need to be followed to the letter. What is enjoyable for you may not be for someone else, and that is okay. Some things are commonly enjoyed by teens, but not by all. Turning 13 does not mean suddenly you wake up and everything has changed. 2. Develop your sense of self, focusing more on your own thoughts and goals, instead of what other people think. For lots of people, the teenage years are full of worries. Stop paying so much attention to them. Many worries are based on what other people think. Example, what if they don't like me after this? Or what if my mom gets mad that I don't study medicine like she wants? Rather than what you think. Go ahead and do what you want to do, without factoring in the opinion of others. Dye your hair a wacky color, or what's comfortable, and not what's trendy. Call your crush, choose your own path in life, and don't worry about what others think of your choices. At the end of the day, it's your life, so live it the way you want to. Of course, there are some limits to this. You may want to speak your mind, for example, and it's okay to have your opinions, but you don't want to offend people or start an argument in an inappropriate place. Some social rules, such as not hitting annoying people, are important to follow. Learn when it's important to listen to social rules and not what you think. 3. Discover and engage in your interests. When you were younger, people always told you to find hobbies, and chances are, you have at least a few basic interests that you can engage in. Use these to your advantage. Can you pick something you want to practice and dedicate more time towards? Example, playing an instrument, or delve into a subcategory of your interest, for example, moving from simple writing to writing poetry or literature. Don't be afraid to try new things. It's never too late to check out a new interest, and who knows, maybe you'll even find your life passion by doing so. Consider balancing your interests so that you have a wide variety. For example, if your biggest hobby is computer programming, maybe try a more art-oriented hobby like painting or learn a language. Just because you're a tech nerd or an art geek doesn't mean your interests have to stick firmly in that area. It's boring to have interests that are only in one area. Explore your style and your interests. Now is the time to experiment. Don't feel the need to stick to just one niche. From fashion to hobbies to music and movies, you can explore all kinds of possible interests. Don't feel bound by tradition or labels. If you like to dress like someone who likes rock music, and you really love country music, that's fine. Do what you enjoy. 4. Avoid rushing to figure out who you are. Your teenage years are hectic, ever-changing, and chances are, your interests will constantly shift and change. Nothing about yourself is set in stone, even at the end of your teenage years. You will continue to grow and develop as a person as long as you're alive. There's no need to figure yourself out and decide what you are at your age. Anyone who tells you that you need to figure out what college you're going to or what you plan for the future is wrong. Even if you think you've decided on what you're going to do, Don't be surprised if your plans change. You never know where life is going to take you. 5. Refuse to judge people for harmless traits. While you may feel tempted to write someone off as annoying or difficult, this can result in you judging them unfairly. Work on being accepting and patient when someone is different in ways you don't expect. Keep in mind that there may be something going on that you don't know about. A clingy guy may have been abandoned by a parent during childhood. A hyper girl may have ADHD and be struggling to keep friendships. Try to be understanding. Remember that just because you've had a bad experience with a person doesn't mean that they're a bad person. 6. Be polite towards others, including people you don't know well. Every day, you'll likely see people you don't know, whether it be in school or out in public. It may seem funny to make fun of those that you don't know, but it's rude, and word will probably get back to them eventually. Later in life, you'll have to work with people you don't know. It's best to be polite towards strangers. If you can manage it, be friendly as well. It's appreciated by those around you, even if you don't see it. Don't laugh at people when they make mistakes like dropping or spilling things. Instead, offer help. This can help turn around a bad day, even if they don't show their appreciation outright. 7. Keep good relations with your family as much as possible. Family members, especially parents, probably worry about you during your teenage years. Many teenagers become sullen, withdrawn, and stop valuing family as much as they used to. Try to avoid this. Family is one of the most important connections in your life. It's the building blocks for all relationships you develop, whether they're friendships, romantic relationships, or a family that you choose to have later on in life. And plus, you see them every day. Why not make it nice to spend time with them?